On the night of January 1st, 2024, migrants were detained in Moscow. They were taken away under the pretext of supposedly searching for inaccuracies in the database. Among them was a Tajik in a New Year's costume. On the New Year's Eve, mass detentions of migrants also took place in St. Petersburg, near the Gostinny Dvor metro station. At least 50 people have been detained, Russian telegram channels report. As journalists reported, the police also took children onto the buses. Everyone was taken to the department for further investigation.
Migrants are also detained near Admiralteyskaya. At least 2 buses carrying detained migrants left the station. The arrests are not as massive as at Gostinny Dvor. The police approach people online for expectation at Palace Square and take them one by one to buses. From a message from the publication paper on Telegram.
In mid-December 2023 in Yekaterinburg, in the shopping mall, several dozen masked security forces, employees of the investigative committee, military, police, as well as activists of the so-called Russian community, staged a raid on migrants. Local media reported. During the raid, 16 people were detained. According to sources, a DNA test was taken from them and they were given summons to the military registration and enlistment office. And in Chelyabinsk, for the first time, a court deprived foreigners of citizenship. 2 young men for evading military registration.
The police in Chelyabinsk obtained a court decision to terminate the citizenship of 2 brothers who came to Russia from a neighboring country and evaded military duty. Now the men must leave the country, otherwise they will be deported. The press service of the main department of the Russian Military of Internal Affairs for the region told us, from TASS message.
In St. Petersburg, the oath when taking Russian citizenship was combined with military registration. Representatives of the military registration and enlistment officers, with the participation of the leadership of the military investigative department of the Russian Federation for the St. Petersburg garrison, handed summons to the 11 men who came from neighboring countries.
You
must come at the district military commissariat to register for military service, clarify your personal data, and if necessary undergo a medical examination to determine your suitability for service. The year 2023 will be remembered by Russians as one of the harshest years for citizens liable for military service. The authorities tightened the laws, raided conscripts, did not allow conscripts to go home, and recruited them en masse to sign contracts. Russian media regularly write about police raids during which migrants are given summons. Such checks take place in warehouses and markets, as well as in restaurants and mosques. And the Moscow region alone, according to journalists, after such raids, more than 350 people were mobilized into the army in 2 months. Protest sentiments due to the mobilization of labor migrants and generally due to mobilization actions in Russia will increase, but will not yet result in active actions, because ethnic groups are now helpless and not sufficiently united into serious communities. They only have fraternities, which are very controlled by the Russian special services. Viktor Boberenko, political scientist, in an interview with Focus. But labor migrants, according to experts, only need Russian citizenship in order to work more comfortably and have the opportunity to transport their families to Russia. Therefore, they are definitely not going to die for the Kremlin, and this could provoke a riot by immigrants from Central Asia with serious consequences for the Russian government. Reported by Natalia Husak, Pavlo Shtermach, UATV News.